So before we begin, should I make an Andy's Mint cocktail or a Brooklyn Beauty?
Hannukah coming up.
Okay, the Andy's Mint one I think is kinda... It's good to have a third of a drink of. It's a little potent.
If I made
And
shorter ones
sweetness.
for everybody. I'm also experimenting with a s'mores cocktail.
That would be interesting.
But that's one that I would probably just make one, just for the effect.
Nah.
That's
So was
a
that other one you
deal
mentioned?
breaker, sorry. I don't know, like you mentioned, the Hannukah is coming up,
It
so
is.
that other one sounds pretty great, but I don't know what anybody else think any differently, or...
I concur.
This really
It's
shouldn't
all-
be so hard, you know?
It really shouldn't.
But it
This
is.
is very
There's so
difficult.
many things that go into a decision, man. It's hard.
Alright, well, I'm going to find out if I have any champagne that I can open. If I don't, I'm going to make an Andy's Mint.
Okay,
Alright,
there
that
we go.
works.
That sounds good.
You're
Alright.
being picky. Dang. You should be grateful.
It is the season to be picky,
What?
right?
Really?
Is that what it's for?
You're one of those
Discuss
people
the
whose
reason for
family
the
function's
season.
miserable.
Okay.
Like the past 6 years, I've ended up watching the movie Black Christmas on Christmas.
Which one?
Uh,
The good one?
original- Yeah, the 1973
The good
Bob
one.
Clark one. That one is pretty amazing.
Agreed.
I don't really watch it around Christmas, but Eyes Wide Shut, I think is probably it's because it's probably, in my top 20 or something.
It has a very Christmassy atmosphere in general.
Well, there's Christmassy things in every shot of that movie. I mean, the entire thing. It's filled with LED lights and crap like that.
Yeah.
And Santa Claus things
And could we say that possibly?
and orgies.
Well, well, could we say that possibly the underlying theme of that movie could be,
No.
an actual Christmas theme?
No.
Or a
no,
part?
No, it's an ironic backdrop. Yeah.
The darker
Kinda,
side
to be
of
honest.
humanity?
Well, yeah, but wait, what are you saying?
I don't know.
Christmas? I'm so confused.
That's okay.
What
I've
do you
seen
guys
so
land on the
many-
Die Hard?
Ugh,
Die Hard.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie or not?
In my opinion, yes.
I say barely.
Robert, your car lights were on for a second. Now they're off.
That is my keys in my pocket.
Yep, now they're on again.
Let me hit the lock and then put these somewhere. My butt is too fat for your chair and the arm leg was hitting my keys.
So where do we stand on A Christmas Story?
Was an amazing classic, then got completely overblown to the
Agreed.
point
Really?
of where they have like 24 specials every year.
Yeah, 24/7 on a loop, and it just keeps going on that one channel. Also, you have so much marketing of it now, and it's crazy. I remember back in the day, but when you were younger and when you got it, when you rented it, or maybe you had a copy of it on VHS, but like very little people seldom really knew about it. Like some people did. I mean, when I was young, not very many people knew
right,
about it.
yeah.
Right.
I kind of different era from you guys since I'm just a tad bit younger. But a lot of people didn't know about it, so whenever I brought it up or I mentioned it,
It was special.
it was special, yeah, and only like the adults could really connect with me on that kind of level. Because whenever I'd like mention it, like you'd have like the kid. That was a thing where kids would be like, "Hey, I dare you to stick your tongue to the, to something frozen."
Right, yeah.
You'd always have that out on the playground. Well, a lot of the kids, they don't know what that comes from. They have no idea. They just, it's that dare.
Yeah,
That
it
you
is
take.
that ingrained in popular culture too.
But like, for me, it always harkened back to the Christmas story.
Right.
Whereas if I tried to bring it up, kids would be like, "What?" And nowadays, if you ask them, they're like, "Oh, okay, that or that thing, you know, the one that plays on a loop." Or they'll be like, "Oh, that commercial that was inspired on Christmas Story for Verizon Wireless, I think."
On a Motorola C139 with texting, games, and graphics.
You'll run the bill up, kid. Ho, ho.
Hadn't they heard of GoPhone from Singular, where you can pick your plan or pay as you go?
And that'll be like their only real connection to it.
Which is sad.
And I never realized it took place in Indiana. That was, I know that's one of the beginning lines is that it takes place in Indiana, but as long as I watched it as a kid, I didn't, that went over my head.
Did anyone see the sequel?
Yes.
Nostalgia critics
Only
review
the
over it.
review, yeah.
Yeah, never
Yeah,
watched
I watched
it.
it. It was awful.
Yeah.
Terrible.
How could it not be?
Yeah, I
Right.
hated the original, even when I was a kid.
You did?
I always
How
have.
so?
It's just profoundly boring.
Really?
Yeah. It's all these little things, these vignettes that I don't care about, and really, really bad narration. I hate the narration.
I can see why you would say that about the narration, honestly.
That's why I've been so thrilled that it's been, like, you know, really pushed to the limit in terms of being overplayed. Because now everybody hates on it. And it's like, I was right all along.
I have actually only tried to watch it one time, and I fell asleep.
Oh.
I have not seen the whole thing, and from what I've seen, I don't understand its appeal.
Nope. I watched it with my parents, and they, like, all three of us, were just dumbfounded in the end. How is this a classic?
However, coming from you, you have a freaking lamp leg.
Yeah, I have the
right,
actual leg lamp. However, I
What's the
don't
best
like
part
the
of that
movie.
Oh, really?
Kind of. I don't know. I think it's just the whole appeal of the nostalgia of being a little kid when you look back on it now. And as a little kid, it was like, oh, I can relate to that, you know.
It's
I think that's
relatable,
about it.
and it's sort of a little snapshot into, you know, American culture a little bit. So you probably don't like Norman Rockwell's stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of what it reminds you of, is like a Norman Rockwell painting, but in a movie form.
That's the thing I usually do.
You do.
There are a lot of things about that movie that just, like, that should be my thing. Like,
But it just
Christmas themed stuff. Really character-driven, vignette-based storytelling. I usually love that.
Yeah.
I still
I-
don't.
Huh.
I love Bob Clark. I love, you know, a lot of his work, but just not that.
But to go back on your question about, you know, it's not just it doesn't feel like Christmas if you don't watch this particular movie. For me, because it's always a tradition at my house, it has to be National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. To me, it's just such a fun movie. I've watched it, like I said, it's another one of those that you watch ever since you're a little kid, and it's like, no, this is great. It's a dysfunctional family. It's not like the pristine, exact type of family Christmas that you want it to be. And hijinks ensue,
reality.
but I really like it. I just find it really fun. But then again, I like a lot of the National Lampoon's movies in general, except for the Las Vegas one, because that one was terrible.
Wait, when you say you like the National Lampoon movies, are you talking about, like,
Just-
Chevy
Okay,
Chase?
the
Just the
Chevy Chase
vacation movies?
Okay, the
or
vacation
The
movies,
vacation
but
movies.
also I
Van Wilder.
Larry.
I forgot about that.
if you'd let me explain, the National Lampoon movies and as far across the board are really good. I like pretty much all of them. But yes, I was directly referring to the Chevy Chase ones.
You like all of the...
Just about.
Really? Like, even the, like, you know,
The ones that I've seen.
the ones
Let
that
me
are titled
clarify.
7? You realize there's tons, right?
Yeah, I know, but like
You
the
seen
one
them
out
all?
of the ones that I've seen,
Oh, okay.
I really like the National Lampoons.
I gotcha.
Oh, it's really pretty.
Brooklyn Beauty.
It is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Robert!
How
Right.
dare you?
Dare
Gotta
you.
try it. It's hard to resist. It's so beautiful.
Oh, that is really good.
That is beautiful. That's all that you can do to describe it. It's wonderful. I like it.
All right. So, has anybody watched anything recently? I noticed, I think Rudolph and Frosty have both been on already.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like Frosty.
You don't like Frosty?
I hate Frosty.
The original or the John Goodman one?
Okay. A lot of people are gonna hate me for this. I don't like the original
Oh,
Frosty.
no. Oh, no,
I like the
don't say it.
John Goodman.
Oh.
I don't know.
That
But
one makes
Jimmy
me happy.
Durante.
Oh.
I don't know, something about Frosty, I don't even know what it is. It's just
Which one you saw first?
I saw the Frosty, the original Frosty.
Okay.
That was the first one I ever saw, but just something about Frosty I cannot stand. I don't like. I don't even know what it is. I have no idea. It's just one of those things.
See you later, snowflakes! White power!
I don't know, but Rudolph has always been my favorite, so.
I really love all of the Rankin Bass shirts. Or short, specials. I have a real thing for Rankin Bass. Like, I have seen, I believe all, but maybe one or two.
Really?
Yeah.
Think about Nightmare Before Christmas.
I think it's a perfectly fine movie. It's entertaining. And I don't really see the whole goth obsession with it.
Well, it's all
It doesn't
over
really-
Spencer's gifts.
Yeah, the Spencer's
Oh, I didn't know that.
thing,
That's where I bought this
and
from.
the Hot Topic
Ah.
thing. Like, I don't know. It's alright. I don't see the big cult following. It's good. But
I do.
I'm also not a massive fan of Tim Burton.
I mean, I have like leggings even to prove it.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
I
Fangirl.
kinda. The appeal for it really is just it marries the two most wonderful holidays, Christmas and Halloween. Halloween being above Christmas in my opinion, but it marries the two perfectly. And I guess that's really the real appeal of it. Yeah, the character Jack Skellington, he's obviously very flawed because when he picks something that he sets his mind out to, that's it. He doesn't think about the consequences. He just does it, you know. And everybody else is telling him, "Hey, chill out, man. Just wait for a second." But no, he just goes ahead and does it, and it's not until it's too late. Plot that he has to make it right again. And even then, he's scolded by Santa. But at least he gives him free snip. That's great. At the end.
I don't think I've ever really sat down and thought about Jack Skellington's arc.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I don't know.
No, that's.
It's not
yeah.
bad. It's not entirely my cup of tea. I guess.
Yeah. Is there a movie that would be considered a Hannukah movie?
Good question. Well, it's definitely not 8 Crazy Nights.
Yeah.
Hebrew Hammer?
The Hebrew Hammer.
I remember seeing.
They're making a
some
sequel, The
weird,
Hebrew Hammer versus Hitler.
Really?
Really?
Mhm.
It's happening.
Yes.
Oh,
That's amazing.
I get notifications through Indiegogo to be an investor. Yeah, I'm not going to.
Why not? What?
You're passing up on this opportunity. What's wrong with you?
But
No, Hannukah movies.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking really hard. I vaguely recall seeing a movie that was the Hannukah story taking place in modern times.
Really?
Something weird like that, yeah.
That sounds interesting.
That does.
It's not. It's a
Oh.
real horror movie.
Oh.
Gee, thanks.
No, I'm just saying, that's about all I can think of.
What was that horrible Adam Sandler one? What was that one?
8 Crazy Nights.
Nights.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
mentioned that.
Yeah, I guess that.
That's really sad that's
That's what we
what
have.
there is.
Yeah.
Damn.
Sandler really broke new ground with that one.
That and
That's how Sandler.
The innovator.
we got that and Fiddler on the Roof, right?
That's pretty much it.
Oh no, I can't say it.
There's a short film of Andrew. Do you remember in like 7th or 8th grade English reading a short story called Zlata the Goat?
Yes.
They made
I remember-
they made a film. They made a short film out of that.
Really?
There's this old short, like sepia black and white film
Aw.
about that whole story of the little Jewish boy going to sell the goat but getting caught in a storm and the goat saving his life by feeding it milk.
That's the one that riff tracks.
Yes.
They did.
There's this
How
amazing
graphic
scene.
do they get?
Oh,
Pretty.
the kid. There's this amazing like money shot scene where the kid has a smile. He has a smile on his face as goat milk is like is like shooting at him.
Wow.
What?
Yes.
Like go Bukaki type of thing going on?
Go
Okay.
cocky.
I like that.
Yeah.
This is a real thing.
They have goat yoga.
This
now
exists.
They got goat breastfeeding.
Right?
Yeah. And then in like the very next scene, you see the kids sitting there and you know they're in this like
The haystack.
the haystack to hide from the storm. He's eating a sandwich. The kid had a sandwich the whole time.
Wait, is that a sandwich? He had a sandwich the whole time?
You just really wanted that milk.
I'm gonna suck on that teat.
Do you have a cigarette afterwards?
Was it as good
It
for
was
you
a
as it was for me?
I'm glad somebody else remembers reading that story in school.
Yeah.
I remember it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't until you told me about it that I knew anything about it.
Wow.
Was it a sequel to The Wedding Trough?
Ray, what about you? What is not Christmas? What is not Christmas until you see the movie? Is that what the question was? God, I need sleep.
It's a tough question because I don't really like Christmas movies. I've been avoiding bringing this up. He was like talking about Christmas movies. I was like, oof. I'm not gonna have a lot to
There have to be
contribute.
Well,
some,
hey, you're free to speak
Yeah,
negatively
you
about
really
them.
are.
Contribute to
Go
the
for it,
conversation.
I mean, I guess I don't know. For insight, I was raised by my grandparents, so like I had a lot of my experience with Christmas movies are really old cassettes of just the corniest stuff.
Oh, really?
Like it's just really corny movies. So I guess I don't know. I just didn't ever get into it.
Like what? What kind of corny movies?
Are we talking about A Wonderful Life?
How bad we getting here?
Like
Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny?
Oh, that's right.
Gee, I don't know. You're gonna hate me for saying this, but I think like if you're trying to be a Christmas movie, like it just automatically becomes corny. I don't know. I can't stomach it. This is not for me.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. So what's your favorite anti-Christmas movie?
Favorite anti-Christmas movie? I don't know. I think like the old Santa Claus movies, like with Tim Allen.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was just thinking about it, actually. Yeah.
I was
That
just
was-
drinking to forget about this.
I would say, I would say of any of the Christmas movies, that was probably the only one I probably semi-enjoyed, like the first time I sat through one.
Yeah. What did you like about it? What was the appeal?
I don't know. It's silly that something like Santa that's so magical would turn out to be like a blood clause, like you killed me, now you gotta be Santa.
Right.
That's the only way I can believe it.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's a blood contrast.
Yes.
Do you ever notice that Charlie, the little boy at the end, says, he says something like, he goes, his stepdad says, you're going to make a good lawyer someday or whatever, as his dad's flying away as Santa Claus, and he goes, no, I think I'm going to keep it in the family business. Is he going to kill his dad?
Yeah.
Like, straight up murder? I mean, considering the second one, he's already down that path. In the second movie, he becomes a bad boy. And it's like, it's gonna happen, isn't it?
That was just Tim Allen's retirement plan.
Yeah.
That must have been it. But, like, in the second one, he has to find a wife, so to keep himself alive and repopulating and stuff. Keep it.
But
No, the third one's weird. That one's messed up.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
A movie where a guy kills Santa Claus and becomes Santa Claus is just fine, but when you throw Jack Frost in there,
That's
off the deep end.
Yeah, Santa Claus having
I
a
know.
blood contract. Whoever kills him becomes automatically Santa Claus. That's fine if it's in the realms of reality.
Oh yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Sure. I thought so when I saw it.
I think this was a good enough discussion.
I think so too.
Yeah, we covered a lot of bases there.
We really did.
Yeah.
We really did. And that's a pretty tasty drink too.
Very
Yeah,
good.
very good.
And beautiful.
Yes.
I think I finished first.
Good job.
Life's not a race.
It is for me.
So next time I'll try and have a more focused discussion, and I'll make that Andy's Mint cocktail. I think we'll have a good time.
Hell yeah.
Sounds good.
Till next time.
Speaking of Rankin Bass, right? Rankin
Yeah,
Bass.
Rankin. Arthur Rankin, Jules Bass.
Before I used to call it Franken.
Rankin Bass. I like that better.